At RaiseCredit.com, we know it's not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get back up. At RaiseCredit.com, we've got your back up. You can get the life you really want. RaiseCredit.com.
Ray Reynolds here with RaiseWebinar.com. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a good overview today, and I want you to write things down. Use your tablet and pen. Take lots of notes, please. I want you to make sure you don't just take a picture with your cell phone. We got to get it in here. I don't know if you're serious if you want the American dream or not. Okay, I just got off the phone with a client this morning, and they don't listen sometimes. All right, and I'll talk about that through this process as well. If you listen, learn, do what I tell you to do. Let me do all the work for you. Hand it to you. Guarantee $1 million corporation. I can do it for you, not a problem. You're going to get to know me a little bit today, and we're going to have fun. There's a phone number I'd like you to write down. It's 800-510-3338. That way, that's in the office I'm sitting at today. So that way I can change your life. You know, the information's great, but here's the problem with most things in life. You're impatient, or you want it now, or you're screwed up. Okay, maybe, just maybe, you started a business, you stole the money from the family, you rolled the dice, and you screwed up. Maybe you jacked up your credit. It really doesn't matter what you've done. Today matters. Write down today's date. Today, tomorrow, all day long, I have 9 classes I'm going to be giving. And you should be in every one of them. But I want you to do what I do. And I want you to pay attention today. Okay? My goal and my dream is to change the world before I die again. It's pretty simple. I brought in $100,000. I was 9.5 years old. 14, brought in $1 million. Brought in $1 billion at 24, double billion at 26. You know, see, most people are full of, I was going to say blah, 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 but they're just full of crap. Okay? I was the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles for 32 years. I'm probably the most verified person you can find on the planet. And when it comes to personal and business credit, nobody can do what I do, period, on the planet. Thank God he only made one of me. But I want you to do what I do. I want you to plan on the damn problem. I want someone planning you. They're going to piss you off. You're going to stub your toe. They're going to say no. And at the end of the day, I don't care. Because I've got safety credit. I've got my line of defense. I can see it, believe, and go get it every time. Write it down. If you're serious about this, okay? You got a choice. All right? See it, believe, and go get it every day. Safety credit line of defense. Write it down, please. I don't care if you write it down 1 million times and circle it 10 times. Never bring the pain home. See, most people were lucky. They had the mommy, the daddy, and all the goodies. I had to steal and eat out of a friggin' trash can. I came from hell. And the reality is I still became a billionaire by the time I was 26 under corporate structure. You see, I call it Humpty Dumpty. There's always some turd getting in my way or pissing me off. Well, what do? I take it internally. And I always prove them wrong. Every time. I don't know if you're serious about getting the American dream. All right? I've been doing lectures, seminars, and boot camps for 43 years. I've lectured to billions of people. I've got 17 million clients that I made millionaires and billionaires. But they were serious. I don't know about you. But you're going to learn a little bit about my journey today. Then I want your journey to begin with me. If you got the guts, and I mean guts, okay, to play with me for 90 days, I'm going to hand you the fish. I'm going to teach you to fish. I cut to the chase, so do not take offense if I say something you screwed up. It's just going to be the truth. So let's understand. We're going to start with me when I was 3.5 years old. Mrs. Hope, I got to be with her, and it was fantastic. All right, she got her weekly and monthly checks. But at 3 years old, she dropped me off Redondo Beach Pier every damn morning at 6:30. They picked me up at 5 o'clock. You see, 3 to 9.5 years old, I got to steal and I got to beg off the pier. She was a she-devil from hell. But nowadays, I say, thank you, Mrs. Hope. Thank you, please. You see, even though it sucked by stealing and begging off the pier, all right, it made me do something. You see, when I was a little kid being dropped off the pier, I looked at Marina Del Rey, Torrance Rocks, Palos Verdes. I saw money. I was looking for a mommy and a daddy. I didn't get that. But I saw the money, and I wanted that because I didn't like stealing and begging. So I started collecting books and magazines about rich and famous people. I wanted to figure out how they did it. Did someone hand it to them? Did they win the lottery? What happened to them? So today, learn from my journey. I've been to hell and back many times, but it's choice. I'll show you my Lamborghini collection, my Duffys, my mansions, all right, even breaking world records, having fun too. From there, all right, I might show you the yachts or the race boats. How about the helicopter? You see, all I know is one thing. I've been told 1 billion times no. If I would have listened to all those dummies in my life, how the hell would I buy a Lamborghini at 14 and a half years old? You see, I believe in God and me. So I love the Lamborghinis, I love the Ferraris and the End Zone too. But I want you to be serious today and write down Ray's rules. If you listen to the rules and the tools and the discipline behind it, I'll hand it to you and then I'll teach you how to take it over. But again, you have to be serious if you really want it bad enough. You see, I wrote Winning the Game of Business 43 years ago. 43 years ago, I wrote that because I knew one thing about me. If I turn it into a game, I'm going to play to win. Just like you, but me, when I look at the game, I look at the rules, the tools, and I want the discipline, and I always win. I always beat everybody at the game I play. And they don't like to play with me at all, but that's okay. You see, for me, I didn't want to be stressed out like most people back then. They were really grumpy or jerks on the 1st and the 15th of the month. They had their rent or their mortgage due. Moving 24 times by the time I was 11 and a half years old, that kind of sucked. But I learned one thing. I had to count on me. And that's what I count on. The bottom line is God and me. That's the way I look at it. Write down Ray's rules. Never bring the pain home. But I don't know if you're serious about this. Because a lot of you are blah, blah, blah. Or you spent $3,000 on a bunch of crap. And now nothing to show for it at all. As a kid, I connected the dots. Corporation's a legal person. You got choices. You see, when I was 9.5 years old, after studying for 2 years plus, I sent a little money order away for California for a nonprofit. It was the cheapest one. What do I know? Because I heard a corporation's a legal person. It came back. Then I got $100,000 of credit cards in the mail. I didn't know they were coming in. All right, back then you didn't have to apply for it. They just sent them to you. So I got $100,000 in credit. And the family I lived with at the time, they took the credit away from me because I'm only 9.5. Well, I shut down the corporation, suspended it, and brought it back later on. But understand something. You have the ability to change your life today. But again, I don't know if you will. It's Ray's rules. See, I'm going to tell you flat out, I want you for 90 days. Think about it. For 90 days, you are with me. I hold your hand every seminar, workshop, and boot camp. I guarantee in writing you'll be on your $1 million dream. And I'm doing the work for you, and you're going to take it over. That's all you're going to have to do. I've been helping people like you for 43 years, seminars, workshops, and boot camps. But again, you're going to have to learn the rules, the tools, and the discipline. See, today, if you lost your job, you had an emergency, what are you going to do? All right? You're probably going to run out of time. You're going to run out of money. And you're going to jack up your credit again because you do that all the time because you don't know the rules and the tools. And you're bringing the pen home in 42 days. Look in the mirror. Don't say it's not true because it is. You got to be responsible, but there's a better way. The difference is you can learn and change your life today. I want you to start getting up tomorrow morning at 4:30 in the morning. I don't know why you're sleeping in anyway. Getting to know me, pretty simple. I was the one helping Ken Yarborough, the security chief at TRW and Aspirin years ago. I want you to basically Google Credit Services Act. It'll take you to the Federal Trade Commission. It'll tell you that credit repair is a scam. They're not allowed to collect money up front. And the gentleman I was on the argument today, he's online right now. All right, because things weren't happening fast enough to remove some stuff I tell you when I had to negotiate and pay. He went to Lexington Law. All right, for 9 months, and they wasted and got him $99 a month. Hell, if every one of you went to basically BBB today, it'll tell you that 4 government agencies have basically filed complaint. They're going to shut them down, and they've been crooks since the day they friggin' started. They're not allowed to collect money up front, and half of you are paying them $99 a month. That's kind of stupid. And I told this client because he pissed me off flat out. You got to take the time and do what needs to be done. See, you can't look for a shortcut. I mean, that's what most of you do. It's ridiculous. You got to look for the right way. There's a difference. It's like it'll refer you to the Credit Repair Organization Act. You can look at it. It says flat out, an attorney can't do credit repair. They were going, hey, I can bankrupt you. I can repair you too. The Bar Association just shut down 3 companies this week in California for advertising that. They're being disbarred, okay? It's about damn time. But you got a choice. You build a relationship and a dream. I know you like going to the motivational crap. Okay, I've been arguing with Tony for 40 years. Okay, because at the end of the day, blah, blah, blah is just blah, blah, blah. You need rules and tools. You need the discipline. You need to know how to play the game. But me, I got $10 billion coming in the next 36 months. I'm going to beat my own goal. I do it all the time because I listen to me and because God gave me the IQ and basically the way to do this. It's not hard to when you know how to. Me, I just want to repackage your life. I'm talking your house, your car, your bank account because I think you're doing it all wrong anyway. Sorry, don't take it personally. I think you're screwing up today. All right, I can repackage every one of you the right way. It's pretty simple. But you got to listen, and I hope and pray these are turned on today. Credit, I love credit. Could you imagine? All right, you didn't have to steal and beg off the pier, did you? Or eat out of a friggin' trash can. It sucks. It pissed me off to the point internally I had to find a way out of hell. Okay? But most of you got the mommy and the daddy, so guess what? You didn't really care. All right, you just got by. Found myself in a coma in 2009, and I used credit again to get back on my feet. You see, today, everybody talks about blah, blah, blah. You know, I always did it for 43 years, all right, on any stage. Come up and trying to challenge me, okay? With an IQ off the chart, with total recall on most things, believe me, those dummies leave the stage with their tails wagging behind them. I don't have time for blah, blah, blah. You, every one of you, money for a rainy day, give me a friggin' break. In my life, it doesn't rain, it always pours. And I better damn well have a lot more than I need. Because if I don't have it, how am I going to take care of my family? You see, it's not hard to do. Today, you, every one of you, you need $5,000 right now. What are you going to do? Come on, let's be honest. You need it now. Right now. If you would have listened, had a safety credit card, it'd be in your hand. But no, you got to go ask for your friends and family. You ever notice how they treat you when you ask for money? They always say no, and they treat you like you're nothing. How about the bank? Hell, they said no too. If all you had is a safety credit card and knew the rules and the tools and the discipline, you would have been able to say cash advance, kiss my ass ads. If you maxed it out today, hell, it's only $50 a month. Every one of you waste that every other day. Give me a break. But you don't want the truth, do you? You want to basically waste $140 a week like most of you do. I don't get that. You see, I don't get why people waste money. Even to this day, I bring my lunch. I don't take a lunch or a break. Those are the people that just want to punch the clock. Do they really have a dream? No, they just want to get by. To me, that kind of sucks, but that's my thing for me. But why would you waste $140 a week? They say the average person wastes and pisses it away. This is two $50,000 credit cards. One is a Venture and a Venture One. Do you understand something right now? You can't write off your personal credit card or interest rates. And when you take money from your family, the money or the credit to start a business, that's just plain stupid. All you did is hurt your family. You spend that $50,000 because you had to buy time. Now that makes sense. But again, you could have got a pizza today. The payment is $612.26. The same thing you're wasting on a given month. I don't get it. All right, it doesn't compute for me. All right, but the reality is most people I meet, all they want to do is get by. They never had to be freezing at 3 years old, stealing off the pier. All right, they didn't get pissed off like I had to. Like I told you in the beginning, I want you to plan on the problem. You're going to get some shithead in your way today. Someone's going to tell you no. You're going to stub your toe. But if you got safety credit, you got the line of defense, you can see it, believe, and go get it. Don't you let anybody get in your way, especially yourself. But again, you got a choice. See, running your race is the hardest damn thing you ever do. Everybody's got an opinion, okay? But the bottom line is you're going to have to live with you. At the end of the day, they don't really care. When you fall, all right, you listen to them? No, you keep running and getting back up. One of the things I've always done is I turn off the sound of other people. I have to, because some of them are close to me telling me I rhyme too much or give me some stuff, and I have to say, I'm not going to listen to that. If God gave me the IQ off the chart, total recall, and this is what comes out, then I got to do what God gave me, not what you want to tell me to do. You got a choice. Run your damn race today, no matter what anybody says. Every one of you could have $1 million corporation in 90 days if you just did what you're told to do. Every time somebody gave me their opinion, I've reached my goals. I've beat them all my life. And most people, they don't like me. That's okay. Not everybody likes you either. But reaching the goal, believing in yourself, hell, I broke the world record in 1981 for the highest kick on the planet today. And guess what? White men do jump. You see, it's simple. Never hear the word no. You can't do that. Never. How many people in school tell you can't do this and that? These are C- students that are probably have no brain. That's why they fell into being a counselor. That's about it. Give me a break. God gave you an IQ, a gift, and a dream. Now get off your butt and help other people today. But you got a choice. But you got an SSN like I did. You see, we're sheep. We might as well walk around all day long going, bah, bah. You see, you and I, we got a Social Security card when we were teenagers to get a job. Why? Because they told us to. We didn't know any better. We're supposed to do that. Okay, that makes sense. We get 1 or 2 write-offs today. That's all you get because you're doing it wrong. But again, you cannot and you don't have to bring the pain home. But again, it's up to you. Yeah, you got your Experian, you got your Equifax, your TransUnion too. And every time you jack up a credit card past 29%, you drop your score, can't get any more, and hell, that's on you. Because you didn't learn the rules and the tools. And don't blame anybody else because they didn't learn them either. You listen to your friends, your family, the credit bureaus. Oh, call Credit Karma today. Go ahead. There's no phone number. That's why they've been indicted a couple of times because they kind of lie. But again, you want the truth? All right? Because I'm going to tell you the truth. That's all you're going to get from me. You got a choice. The reason you got that SSN is because our government counts us. It's like the consensus, what they're doing. They got to count the people to know how much money to print. You got to understand, this is how it works. It's called the United States of America Incorporated. You've heard it before, right? Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out, they haven't stopped their printing press 24/7. And let's print some more money today. But you got to make a list. Half of you are lazy. Half of you want to go get it. Let's see which half wants to really do it with me. It's simple. Raise rules. Every one of you need $100,000 of credit. Here you go. Now what the hell are you going to do with it? Every one of you would have all the wrong ideas. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to buy a car. It's like, shut up. This is safety credit for your family. I didn't have a family as a kid. So it pisses me off when you screw it up. The rule is 29%. Write it down. Every given credit card you ever get will maintain 25 to 29%. That's it. Period. That would have gave you $71,000 of credit for safety. You remember the word safety credit? Just in case you lost your job, you can buy a year's time. In case there's a pandemic, you could save your life and your family. This is the reality of life. But what did you do? I guarantee every one of you took money and credit from the family, started a business, and rolled the dice. You took credit and money from your family you can't write off. Why would you do it the wrong way? I don't get it. You hurt your family, you brought the pain home. I'll tell you flat out, I call that silly and dumb. Today, learn the rules, the truth. All right? You can make sure you do it a better way. Don't you ever bring the pain home after meeting me today. You know, we're all going to talk about our sad stories, blah, blah, blah. Hell, there's me in a coma at 5.5 years old. I hit the curb going down the big hill at Reynolds Beach head first, 40 miles an hour. Came out of the coma. The lady says, if you got to go pee-pee, ring the bell. I rang that bell till my hand was friggin' numb. I crawled on my belly to the toilet and went pee-pee. You see, I've been pissed off all my life because everybody's got their stupid opinion. Everybody wants to go pee-pee. Yeah, I got on my feet. I knew how to do it for me. There's me in a coma in 2009. You got a choice. The choice is up to you. Swine flu, pneumonia, are you kidding me? Nobody cared I'm worth millions and billions of dollars. I'm laying there waiting to die. That kind of sucks. My corporate yacht and race boat I parked in my backyard. Where the hell do you park yours? I'm so tired of people being full of crap. It just pisses me off to no end. I was the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles for 32 years. I'm one of the most verified people you can find on the damn planet today. I got no BS with you, but I'll get you to the million if you got the guts to play with me. Hell, I'm waiting there to die? Somebody went on my damn yacht with swine flu pneumonia? Are you kidding me? They should have worn a mask. Should have did something. If I would have known they were on my yacht, I would have threw them over and feed them to the damn sharks. I didn't want to die, have my life destroyed. Are you kidding me? Then they want to call it H1N1. I don't give a damn what you call it. That's me in the hospital waiting to die. But you know what? I came out of that coma. I made a promise to God. I'd help people the rest of my life, just like you. But the reality is half you won't listen at all. But that's on you. I came out of that damn coma, all right? And I had a problem. I had to walk with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks. They delivered him to where I was living at the time because my life got destroyed. That was embarrassing, acting like I'm 150 years old. But you see what I did? My family needed to eat. The bills needed to be paid. I got no family to call and say, help me, please. I had to do it myself again. I put my score to an 820. I made myself a CFO on a corporation, and I popped $1 million plus credit again in 6 weeks. What's wrong with you? Look in the mirror and ask yourself what's wrong with you. Lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man and woman. You're not stupid, just you didn't learn the rules and tools. I had no choice. I had to get out of hell. So let's understand something. Today, you don't get a do-over. You get to live or die. COVID-19 can wipe you out. Maybe you should wear a mask. What do you think? If I knew to wear a mask around my head or put a bubble around it before being dead from swine flu and pneumonia in 2009, hell, I would have did that too. All right? I didn't want my life destroyed. You see, you got a moment to die and a lifetime to live. Which one you going to pick? This is up to you today, not up to me. All right? Because I already got everything I've ever wanted in my life, besides one thing that pisses me off most. I made a promise to change the world before I die again and help people. But God, I can't force them to listen because they're a bunch of dummies. Only half listened today. If you're comfortable, sorry. All right, all I'm going to say is you're just going to get by. Comfortable people are lazy. All right, and I'm sorry, I'm going to call them losers to myself. I've never been comfortable a day in my life. Don't you ever damn be comfortable if you want really the dream. Comfortable people never go get it. They get by, they get 60 to 70, and they barely have any money to pay their damn bills, and they have to milk the system to just get by and get through that too. That sucks. Now, you might want to listen to what I do every day. It's my routine. At 2:25, I wake up every day since I was 2.5 on my own. I fell to my knees and I said, thank you, Jesus, for another day. See, being a Christian is a way of life, not just a moment in time. 80% of Christians are phonies, but that's just my opinion. Then I went and looked in a mirror. A mirror. You know why? When I was 2.5 years old, crying in front of that mirror, I realized right then I had to take responsibility for me. A 2.5-year-old kid had to take responsibility for himself. And that's what I did. I looked in the mirror like I did today. I didn't comb my teeth and comb my hair. I took and stole time because it's up to me to go get what I need. God gave us the ability and the tools already if we actually use them. Then I asked myself 2 questions. Have I completed everything I need to? No. Have you? If you haven't, why are you sleeping until past 4:30 in the morning? I don't get it. You got work to be done. Is there more to be done? Yeah. Here's the thing. 43 years helping millions of people. They all did the same thing. God gave them an idea, a dream. Then they went and asked their friends and family, what do they think? Are you kidding me? You asked people around you, all right, about your idea and your dream that God gave you, and they gave their opinion? Good luck now. That only clouds your direction. I don't get it. Okay? You cannot listen to the people around you with their negativity because they don't want you to do better than they do. Don't you get this? Everybody's threatened when you're smarter or you have the Lamborghini, the Ferrari, and the goodies. And me, I just turn it off. What I'm going to tell you to do for me today and for yourself for 90 days. Shh. Don't tell anybody what you're going to do. Don't tell them a damn thing. And all of a sudden, your life starts to change and you're getting some goodies. They're going to come and ask, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? All I want you to say is ray'swebinar.com. You see, you got a choice. And I don't get this. I wish I could yell at the top of my lungs on the highest hill on this planet today. See, I love money. I really do. It's one of my top 10s in my life, things that I love best. For me, money, I don't have to eat or steal off the pier. I can help my family and pay the bills. I can help people like you. That's what money does for me. What does it do for you? You got a choice, but here's the problem. I'm getting older, you're getting older, we're getting slower. We're not as purry as we used to be. You go back to that job you hate, it's okay. Eventually they're going to fire you anyway. Then you drive an Uber and deliver some pizza. Is that your true American dream? If it is yours, that's up to you. It's not mine. But I got a choice, but so do you. Being with Mrs. Hope, looking past, all right, and looking at the past, she's the best thing that ever happened to me as a kid. Yeah, she is. Because I wanted every book, every magazine about rich and famous people. Being with her at 7.5 years old, they have a poker game every Wednesday night. Wednesday night, I stood outside my bedroom, which is actually the pantry next to the garage, and they said something at one of those poker games, and I heard it, and I circled it 10 times. I couldn't sleep all night. What I heard is a corporation's a legal person. What I heard is my way out of hell if I could figure it out. The next day, I went to the Torrance Police Department. Next to that, I knew there was a library. I walked around the building and I found the entrance to the library. I said, ma'am, could you help me, please? She says, here's a microfiche, here's a book. I read the book. You see what I was looking for? The blueprint, the rules, the instruction manual, how to get out of hell and go get all the money. Just like all of you. You spend thousands of dollars on a bunch of crap or blah, 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 motivational. If you don't have the rules and the tools, what does it make sense anyway? I bet you every one of you had 3 books, How to Be Successful Today. Good for you. Okay, what do you got now? A pot to piss in? I got so pissed off, I wanted to scream. But I was in a library. And I remember something in that library. God gave me total recall in most things and an IQ off the chart. I'll write the book for myself. And that's exactly what I did. I sent away for a corporation at 9.5, got 100,000, got $1 million at 14, billion at 24, billion at 26 under corporate structure. It's like real estate. I had $841 million of real estate before the coma. I wanted to hit $1 billion that year. But my life got destroyed. So what am I going to do? Say boo-hoo like some of you? All right? Who am I going to call? Give me a break. I got God and me. That's it. I got nobody to call. The financial series? Hell, I was a consultant for banks for many years. And don't you ever forget, I wrote the book called Winning the Game of Business 43 years ago. These books and CDs, when I was at the Bonaventure for 32 years, there was a line around the hotel. I sold it for $20,000 a pop. All right? At the Marriott in Long Beach for 40 years too. So today, If you want rules and tools, I'm going to tell you, every one of you get the books and CDs, but still play with me and let me do the work for you. Every time you watch your favorite movie, you can say the lines before they do because you went through it again and again and you put it here. So let's understand something today. The office sells it for $999. I like to do a couple things with every one of you. All right, working on projects. And there's a picture of my first instructor, by the way, with me and a high kick in the back. All right, I don't know if you recognize Mr. Chuck Norris. So let me tell you something. It's pretty simple. I'm raising $120,000 right now for a housing project. I'm always trying to help people. So what happens today? You are going to call the number, the office, and every one of you are going to spend $299 and get all 18 books and CDs today, and I'm going to ship them today to you. I want you playing with me all day tomorrow too. There's the Zelle, there's the wire, there's the deposit. Take a picture. The phone number you're going to never forget, 800-510-3338. Call it now. Tell them I want the 18 books and CDs that Ray just promised me will ship today. There's the Zelle, the wire, deposit. You see, if you allow me, and the client who pissed me off is online right now, it's okay. He got us. We weren't fast enough on removing something. He went to our Lexington Law. After a year, they still got the crap on there. They did remove one thing. And right as I'm building them in credit, it popped on again. If someone's going to do the BS of credit repair and just dispute crap, blah, 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 like half of you, if you don't seal the record and know what the hell you're going to do, it's going to pop back on you anyway. There is no shortcut. You got to look for the right way. Today, I want to rebuild your credit my way. You know, years ago with Ken Yarborough and Harold Stokes, I'm the guy that invented rapid scoring for your mortgage companies. And a couple years ago, I came up with rapid refresh, credit lines, corporation, book CDs, and classes. Now, you better write down what I'm going to tell you to write down right now. Every credit card has to be, listen carefully, 25 to 29%, every card, all at every given time. Period. 29%, you jack it up, that's on you. Now you got stuck and now you can't get any more. You've got to learn the rules and the tools and the discipline. I got to make you a qualified CFO. I got no choice, so do you. You got to be that qualified CFO because there's no magic wand today. But again, how serious you are to play with me for 90 days. You know, there's 4 points of making money with me. Real estate, I'd always tell you, I'd get you millions. But again, I got to turn it to a game because I don't want to be stressed out. So if I get a property to fix up, and I teach you how to do that too, we're going to call it a flippity-dippity-do. Yeah, we are. Second, duplex, fourplex, and apartment complex. I love commercial real estate too. Now, I might have to put you in a franchise, but one that stays open through COVID-19. You see, what you got today is a McDonald's, a Taco Bell, and a Wendy's. When they got the beef. Let's think about profit sharing. Tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., I got a class called Becoming the Bank and Buckets of Money. All right? You're probably going to miss that too. You see, let's understand something. Leveraging money and credit. There's 84 ways to leverage every credit card I get for you, and I can get you 99 more cards after every card you get. But corporate credit, we get to write off the interest rate in the card. You can't do that on your card at all. I'll teach you only 3 or 4 ways to play that, no matter what you say or do, because you're not going to need more anyway. So let's think about this today. Here's a Lamborghini. A Lamborghini is my favorite car. I lived at 1074 Redding Avenue in Costa Mesa, 92626. I graduated from T. Winkle Junior High. They tested me. Hell, I was at Orange Coast College at 14 and a half. I was a night crew supervisor for Lecky's Supermarket, too. Had a beard at 12. I didn't tell about my true age. It's terrible. But when I lived with the man who invented video pong in Costa Mesa, he brought home the movie called Cannonball Run. We had 40 kids in the room. We're all, yeah, look at the car. Look at that car. Wow. He came over to me He said, you live in my garage that I converted as a bedroom. That's what he at least told people. And he said, would you kindly shut up? We want the kids to enjoy the movie. He says, you're a piece of shit. That's what he called me to my face in front of everybody. I've been in martial arts since I was 4. Yeah, I could have took care of business, but you know what? I learned something a long time ago. Maybe you'll learn from me right now. I knew one thing. I learned to bite my tongue. I said, yes, sir. The following week, I went to an auction. I bought a Quintosh, all right, Lamborghini. I ran it in front of his house, went boom, boom. The best thing I could ever do, all right, is bite my tongue, put the car in front of his face, and he almost died. You should have seen that face. That's priceless. So that's what you should do. Bite your tongue and get through it. You see, everybody around you, they drive Lamborghinis, Ferraris, they drive whatever they want. What they're doing is they're driving company cars. They're writing it all off, but not you. What do? You get a paycheck. It's taxed. You get the leftover. What happens next? You pay for a car you should not. And then you take money from the credit in the family, your cash, and you roll the dice and you bring the pain where? Home. Why would you do that? Once you learn the line of defense from me that I designed in 1986, you're going to get a company car. You're going to write it all off. You're going to get a tax ID and fleet price. You see, you're probably using your paycheck to pay the payment, the gas, registration, insurance. I hear they call that taxable income. Can you yell the word no now, please? Isn't it about time you drive a company car too? But that's up to you. You see, again, the consensus. They got to count us so they know how much money to print. And that's okay. All right, so let's see. You got one SSN. Remember, we both did it. We all did it when we were teenagers because they told us to be sheep and go get it to get the job. There's nothing wrong with that. But let's understand something today. All right, raise rules. You have one SSN. That means you always bring the pain home because you don't have the rules and the tools and the discipline. If the Federal Trade Commission can say that you're all screwed up, is it going to be you? You see, pull it out, please. I've asked thousands of people in audiences for 43 years. Please tell me you read the Social Security card, and they all say, yeah, we did. Tell me what it says. I asked 3 questions. They can't answer the damn question. You didn't put it here if you read it. Pull it out of your purse, ladies. It's next to your feet. Gentlemen, pull it out of your back pocket. It's in your wallet. It tells you flat out, do not laminate, don't use for ID purposes. It tells you it's not even yours. It's on the back of the card. You got a choice, but you got one of those. Personal credit has to be safety. And you got to learn the rules and the tools. Yeah, you got your SSN, and what did you do? You got 1 or 2 write-offs at all. That's it. And then you got your Spearing, your TransUnion, your Equifax too. Oh, goody for you. Then you used it past 29%. You jacked it up. Can't get any more. And now you're stuck because you didn't learn the rules and the tools. It's amazing if you just knew what you need to know to do. Write down SS4 times 4, please. I mean, this is ridiculous. Okay, I want to shake this world up before I die again. SS4 times 4. Can you imagine? All right, some people, they like to complain about rich and famous people not paying enough tax. My response is shut up and join them. It's up to you. You like watching government planes take people on their damn honeymoons or something? In SS4, you get a little bit of liability. You get to write off everything you get to do. But that's going to be up to you. If you allow me to get you an SS4, I can build you an Asperian, an Equifax, a TransUnion too. If you try it on yourself, good luck. You're not an affiliate like me that I get to do it overnight. The problem is you're always trying for that little shortcut. Excuse me. You want to get to the true million to billion, there are no shortcuts. You do it the right way. Write down SS4 times 4. You need to learn how to play with me the way I designed in 1986. Hey, if you name a corporation after you, I'm sorry, that's called dumb. You name it what it does, that's double dum-dum. Now write down the line of defense. It's about time. You need a division for real estate, franchise, current business. You see, you got to realize something. Every tax ID as an affiliate, I can get you up to $100,000 or $1 million card or both. Corporations have 14 ways of credit right off the interest rate and the cards as well. And in the beginning, we don't go get the Dun & Bradstreet, blah, blah, blah. All right, all that is a supply credit today. Now let's understand something. I already offered you $100,000 earlier. Personal credit, you can't go past 29% on a given card. Would have had safety credit, but you took the money and the credit from the family, you brought the pain home. You hurt your family. Please stop that. Raise rules. Live by them every day. SSN, SS4. One of these, you're the duck. Got to have it to maintain your tax returns. That's okay. SS4 times 4, let's get as many as we need to. We can finance a business by minimum payment and write it all off. Are you kidding me? And you didn't know that before? What is wrong with you? But again, it's all up to you. An SSN equals a 1040. Oh, goody, you got 2 write-offs if you're lucky. An SS4 is an 1120. Oh, you get hardly no liability and get to write it all off too? You got to be a qualified CFO. That's the only way you got to play the game right. But again, half you will listen to me and the other half don't listen at all. And if you're watching me on Google, Facebook, or YouTube, that's kind of fun. I'm going to go nationwide again. I'm going to break up this world and do it the right way. All right? And you're probably missing the PowerPoint in front of me today. You might want to go to raisewebinar.com and get the full overview. Never bring the pain home ever again. Now let's read exactly what I learned at 7.5. You ready to read with me? And if you can't see it, I'll read it to you. I'm not here to give legal advice at all. That's chapter 18 in front of you, by the way. A corporation is a legal person. It may sue or be sued. Do you know a corporation has more write-offs than you and has more value than we do as people? You're playing with you. Quit playing with yourself and play with the corporation instead. You got the ability to understand the United States of America Incorporated. They set up their line of defense called states. Every state's a corporation, but not you. All right, what did the state do? They set up the cities. Every city is a corporation too, but not you. You watched cities fall bankruptcy in the past. They didn't bring the pain home. But what did you do? You brought the pain home because you don't know how to play. But that's okay. I want you to understand something. You are we the people. Yes, you. The Supreme Court says so right there. So does basically your constitutional right. Everybody has the ability to set up a corporation. But the problem with some of you who have one, they say that 96% of you didn't do a darn thing at all because you didn't know how to play. You didn't know what's next. That's okay. I'm your next. By the way, Nixon took the gold standard out. These guys, they don't have to worry about money no matter how much blah, blah, blah they got today. They got the key to the printing press. You see, you and I got our SSN as a teenager because we were told to because we're sheep. And if it gets screwed up, hell, we're the duck because we better well damn well duck when they want to shoot us down. See, here's the thing about Mama. She delivered a baby this morning. She did at the hospital. Within 3 hours or less, Mama, if she doesn't sign the SSN form to get the baby a brand new Social Security card today, she can't take Mama and the baby can't go in the stroller and the car seat can't go home. They got to know how much money to print. Don't you get this yet? There's nothing wrong with the United States of America. I love it. But every game I've ever played, I mastered the rules. Most people don't want to play with me because I always win. I like winning, don't you? Now you know why you got an SSN. The bottom line is, did you write down SS4 times 4 like I told you to? Corporation with a tax ID, line of defense, division, subsidiaries, and more. You've never had to bring the pain home in the first place. But you didn't know the rules and the tools and the discipline. You're going to learn them through me today. Then you're going to get to the workshop with me, and you're never going to bring the pain home ever again. Please stop being the duck. An SSN equals safety credit. That's all it's for. Protect the family. Get a corporation. Once you get the corporation, what do you get to do? Corporation gets a tax ID. You set up the line of defense. All right, then we have our divisions, our subsidiaries, whatever we want to do under that corporate umbrella. You watch Wells Fargo Bank, the bank from hell, steal identity from everybody around the world, including me twice. Those employees should have went to prison for 51 years. That's called RICO, racketeering, wire fraud. They got away with it. They got fined $3 billion. Wow, they wrote that off too. And they shut down so far 517 locations. They don't give a damn about anybody. We should boycott them and shut their butt down. That's where they belong, out of business. But today, if you don't learn how to play the game, sorry, that's on you. All I want you to do is understand something. Stop bringing the pain home. If Donald Trump can bankrupt 4 corporations in the past and never bring the pain home, so could you. If rich and famous people can file bankruptcy every day and stay rich and famous, so could you. It's Wells Fargo, and we already talked about that. If every city that's out there, and you watch cities file bankruptcy in the past, haven't you? There's 8 more on their way to file bankruptcy this year. Bankruptcy, why can they do it? Because they're a corporation. You have the same right that anyone else does. The problem is the lack of knowledge is what's holding you back. You got the rules, the tools, and you got to get the discipline. There is no way to get a shortcut to anything. You got to know it here and believe in yourself. Credit cards start credit scores. Goody for that. But it'll get you a house and a car. But a house and a car do nothing for your credit report at all unless you screw them up. So what's the rule? Don't screw them up. Don't forget, 29% on a given credit card. You jack it up, you drop your score. Okay? And you do that on you. The reality is pretty simple as you do this. It's very simple. What you want to do is get to the workshop tomorrow with me. The ability to learn how to play the game. Now let's understand something. Today, we have to do credit rebuilding. Not credit repair, writing stupid letters like half you've been doing, or the Lexington law that has 4 government agencies filed a complaint. You can check it on the BBB. Simple. It's right on their first damn page. We got to rebuild you. No shortcut. We got to make sure it's done right. I might ask you to do 1 or 2 things. You better damn well follow through. I can get you a 720. It's $4.99. Simple. The rapid refresh, the system I developed years ago that God gave me to give you, it's pretty simple. It's an 820 credit score. But then we're going to charge you $4.99 too. Now, here's the thing that I do for everybody. I like to take away all your excuses because I don't have excuses. I don't have an excuse, and that just pisses me off. So let's understand something today. $499. I'm going to rebuild your credit. I'm going to hand you a $1,000 card back to you. Twice as much you invested in yourself. All right? Then I'm going to put you in a class on Saturdays, and I pray you show up at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time to do an educational so you don't screw it up again. That means you get twice as much you invest in yourself back in your pocket. Heck, it's like getting the program for free. But again, we take Zelle wire deposit because that's the way COVID-19 has made us do this. Every one of you right now should be calling 800-510-3338. And I mean now. Because we can rebuild you tomorrow. All day I got 9 classes I'm going to play with people who want to really do this right way. I broadcast 3 times a day, Monday through Friday, and all day Saturday. I've been doing this way for 43 years. You're stuck with me. Normally it'd be live, in person. But COVID-19, we got to do it online right now. That's okay. The education, analyzation too. I got to ask you 1 or 2 things, maybe. But I'm going to do all the work for you. Can you follow through? Can you really do that, please? Ever since I've been studying rich and famous people, like here's Walt Disney. They filed bankruptcy 7 times in the past. Kind of like a couple of you. What did they do recently? Simple. They know how to play the game. Understand. They know how to play the game. Look at it. They got $1 billion in the bank. They don't want to pay tax at all. All they had to do is write an IOU to themselves. That's it. When you know the rules and the tools how to play, you get to win. Me, I'm going to give you the tools and rules and get you to the $1 million dream. Guarantee it. So today, that SS4 that I'm going to get you, I'm going to show you, basically get a little liability. I'm going to put you in a setup class in level 1, and you get all those things to write off. And if you allow me to, I'll pop you up to $1 million of credit, so you can write off and finance that dream with no excuses anymore. You have the ability to change your life. I'm going to be, as an affiliate, build you an Experian, Equifax, and a TransUnion corporate report under Divisions Corporation under the tax ID, so you never have to steal from your family ever again. And like I said earlier today, your personal credit, you can't write off your credit card or the interest rate. Okay, safety credit, we put it aside. We got to have a score to get more like a house. That's why the way I designed this in 1986, every division will get 8 credit cards, finance itself, 9 lines of credit, 8 supply cards, 10 vendor cards, marketing cards, lease cards, gas cards, and cash cards too. There are 14 ways to get credit, supply, cash, and everything else, all right, to write it off. But some of you want to buy trade lines. That's just a friggin' joke. It doesn't work. All right, using someone else's credit? No. You got to have an affiliate like me pop the credit for the corporation so you can write it all off. I got to still make you a qualified CFO. That's just the truth. But again, you want a shortcut. I can't give that to you. I can give you the truth, the rules and the tools. In 90 days, I can have you to the $1 million dream. Everybody talks about Mr. Buffett. I studied his father first, then I studied him. He doesn't do the stock market like you think he does and everybody talks about. You see, he's got his 100+ companies. He owns his favorite 10. Ketchup, Geico, Coca-Cola, American Express, Duracell, Dairy Queen, See's Candy, Bridge Jewelries. He owns Fruit of the Loom. The man is playing the game. Why are you not playing and winning? I don't get it. It's like this. My wife doesn't like when I do boot camps. Neither does my son and my daughter. It takes me away for 3 days. I made a promise to my wife that I'm going to do one more. That's it, the rest of my life. You see, I married a Colombian. She's gorgeous. She's my rock. But you don't break your promise with the Colombian. Okay? Believe me, if you want to live. It's simple. October 23rd, 24th, 25th. You have the ability to play with me for 3 days straight for the last and final one I'm going to do. I'm raising $120,000 right now because I have a housing project I'm going to help people to do. So the best thing I can do is give you a discount if you want. You need to call that phone number, 800-510-3338. If you really want to get serious in 3 days with me, tell them to give you the Founders Kit too. You see, as an affiliate, what do I get to do? I get to analyze you the right way, use the histories, and pop credit for you and the corporation and divisions. Authorized users just crap. Trade line, that's just a joke too. You got to remember, I've got to make you a qualified CFO. That's just the truth. There's no shortcuts. I'm the guy that invented 113 ways to daisy chain credit. I can get you 99 cards off every card you ever get. That's what I can do for you. We got to talk about corporate credit. Why? It's the only thing we get to write off. That's why we call it raise rules. The ability not to bring the pain home. Now, if you're looking at what's in front of you right now, it's called bars and jail and prison. If you can't see it, let me tell you something. All right, I'll be the first person that testify against you in a court of law if you want to defraud or rip anybody off. You need to run a real business and not be a crook on my dime. Now, you just had 3 divisions float in front of you in a corporation. Right down line of defense. You have all watched banks, grocery stores, and other pieces file bankruptcy. How do they get rid of 10 bad pieces and keep the other pieces? You see, this is where you've been lacking some knowledge too. We're going to learn the 3-step today, okay? You ready to write it down? All right, we might want to call it the Donald Trump, the city, the rich and famous people, or even the Wells Fargo 2-step. Because what did they get to do? They got to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. They couldn't save a piece, they bankrupt a piece. but they never brought the pain home like you did. There's no reason you have to do that anymore. But again, you got to learn the rules and the tools. Now, let's talk about you and your house and your family. I told you at the beginning, I want to repackage your house, your car, and your bank account. I want to do it my way. I want to get you to $1 million, at least that. All right, some of you, I'll get you to $1 billion too. But I'm going to talk about Ray's rules for buying that house. See, escrow works for you, but you let them tell you what to do. Don't be offended if I tell you did it wrong, please. It should have been escrow closed, escrow homestead, escrow recorded in a trust. For years, I asked audiences, who's got a house? They raise their hand. Who's got a house in a trust? Almost nobody raises their hand. If somebody sues you today, they screw you out of what you got. You left your family nothing. It's about time you step up to protect your ass. If you die, it's stuck into probate. Your family gets nothing. You can Google the forms for free called trust. But that just pisses me off when people don't protect their families. I didn't get one until I got married and had kids. So understand something. All right, let's go back to a flippity-dippity-do because that's fun. You get a property to fix it up. Here's the problem. You're going to hire a contractor. Contractor's going to hire the subcontractor that stand outside Home Depot. Good workers. But here's the thing. They get to cut every corner they can, and if they slip and fall and sue and screw you out of everything you got today, what did I tell you in the beginning today? Plan on somebody trying to take it away. I want every property quickly deed to a division. I want assignment of equity. If they ever want to sue you, they can't sue you at all. And at the end of the day, they do get diddly squat. I like diddly squat, don't you? You got a choice. You got to learn to protect your assets. Today, every one of you have to go and get an irrevocable trust form and check it out. What happens next? You still got to fix up the property. Every time I talk to somebody and they tell me they circumvented the IRS or made a mess, all right, because they didn't want to pay tax, it's like, what are these dummies thinking? The only way you can win the game is to play by the damn rules. That's the only way you can win. So if you think about anything else, guess what? Corporations don't pay tax so they make a profit. So if you're one of those dummies that's tried to do something on the side, go to irs.gov. Download the form called 656 433A and B. Get your COVID-19 check, get your butt back in the system where it belongs. Your problem is you got to learn the rules and the tools and the discipline. Everyone can win through the corporate structure today. You got to fix up the property. When I was a kid, they teased me, called me OPM. So let's do this. Okay, let's get a division for carpet, appliances, fixtures, and wood. See, I want to show you step by step how to get those, all right, all free on an open line of credit, saving 70%. I don't want you to pay a bill for 30 to 60, 90 days. I want you to use their money to fix up that property. When escrow closes, I want them to pay the debt. Now you got $200,000 left over. Don't act like you're rich, please. You see, I'll bet you every one of you had $10,000 to $100,000 in the past, and you pissed it away, and some of you are broke today. Why would you do that? Raise rules, leveraging money, borrow money is not taxable. Write it down, please. Let's understand, you have to set up the line of defense the way I designed it in 1986. It's how I usually incorporate for all you rich and famous people who made them millionaires and billionaires today. You have to learn how to play and win. Leveraging money. Before my coma, I had a facility in Irvine Spectrum. It was only 22,000 square feet, 2-story. Had locations around the globe too. $1 million plus a day. That was kind of fun, helping people like you. The bank would call me every morning or show up at the office and say, "Ray, what can I do for you today?" When you got money, they kiss your assets. When you don't have any money, they don't know your damn name. So let's do it my way. CD, line of credit, bank account too. What are we going to do? We're going to create 3 reference points. When you make the bank verify itself, they have to say yes. So that could be $600,000 today in reference points. Banks borrow from the feds times 10 and loan back to 5 times us. So if they give us that money today, that's $3 million. That $3 million, guess what it gets to do? Borrow money is not taxable. So if we take $2 million of that and go buy a McDonald's today, a big fry, a Mac, all right, chocolate shake, why not? You can do it too. Here's the thing. You got to beat your own doubt. That's right. You got to run your own race today. Cash flow, free up your time, that sounds good. Have you figured out you can do it yourself? Everyone can take a corporation and look up C191D. 8 ways to loan out money today. We take $50,000 off of a card. That's all we got to do. $50,000. We loan 5 people $10,000 apiece. That's all we're going to do. What am I going to do? Put a second trust deed on their house, a homestead blocker, UCC 1 with a chattel mortgage 2. I'll explain those at the workshops. I invented them years ago. Now, what did I create? Cash flow at $2,449 per month. From there, $100,000 is $4,800 a month. If I do 150, it's 47.30 or 43.47. You can create your own cash flow, free up your time on borrowed money, write it all off, and make the corporation win practically overnight. Tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., I have a Become the Bank workshop for 2 hours. Every one of you should be in that, but that'll be up to you. I'll show you some of the mansions, the helicopters, the yachts too. I got to get you past go. That's the most important thing for you today. So this was my favorite mansion out of the 6 that I had. I used to call it God's gift. I parked my race boat and my yacht in my backyard. Where you park yours again? You got a choice today. I like the helicopters, the Lamborghinis, and the buildings too. But again, this is up to you. I don't get it. Now, right now, I want you to write down 2 things, please. And I'm direct. Not everybody likes me, but not everybody likes you. You got to live with it. I want you to think, the last time you wrote a check or used your debit card, did they ask you for your driver's license? They did. So it's like, okay, I'm right here, gave you my driver's license, you got my home address, please go rob my house while I'm here. If they sue you, screw you, they take it away. You got to step up to the plate and protect your ass. Yes. I want your driver's license changed to a P.O. box or mailing address. Simple. Every state has a policy and procedure to do that. Here in California, we have the Schaefer Bill, Driver's Privacy Protection Act. See, this is what you're going to have to do if you want to get to the goodies. Now, what did you do the last time you bought a car? You let somebody with an ugly shirt and ugly tie sweat you for hours on end. Yes, you got the car. You lost $5,000. Add up to 9 inquiries too. If you're going to do it your way, at least add 2 more rules, please. When they hand you the paper that say they have to run your credit, when you sign it, you're going to say and write down, this allows 1 inquiry only. You're going to take a picture, please. That's what you're going to do. What you should do is go to the workshops with me, get the car at fleet price under a tax ID, and drive the company car. But that's on you. You see, the next thing is, I pray this doesn't happen to you, but what if you went to the grocery store or the bank today and you bump somebody's car, a little accident, a little bumpity bump, but they act like they got whiplash? They're going to ask you for 3 things now. Driver's license, insurance, registration, please. Remember, I said I want to repackage your house, your car, and your bank account. Driver's license, got your home address on it. Are you using your paycheck, which I hear is called taxable income, to pay for the insurance for the car you drive today? It's probably not the dream car you want anyway. Corporation could pay for it instead of you. Are you the registered owner, so you're the duck? What happens if they call one of these nasty attorneys on TV, I call bloodsuckers, and they sue you, screw you, and take everything you got? You didn't listen to me, did you? What can I tell you? You see, I want you to protect your assets from today on, no matter what you say or do, because you could have made the division the registered owner or not you. The lien holder could have been the corporation. This time, if they try to sue you, they can't sue you at all, and at the end of the day, they literally get diddly squat. Why not? You got the choice to repackage your life if you want to. What did I do on July 3rd, 2009? The world was great. Helping people, having fun. I took my yacht from my backyard, I said fill it up. I use a corporate credit card like I always do. Write off the interest rate in the card, even the yacht. Why not? What did I do wrong? Someone went on my yacht with swine flu and pneumonia. My life was destroyed. What am I going to do? Like some of you, be boo-hoo-hoo? No. Even though they gave me an oxygen tank, I had to walk around for 5 weeks under my arm like a football. I still put my credit score back to an 820, and I popped $1 million of credit again. I don't stay down like you, and I don't want you to either. Today, you get to step up to the plate and win. Every time and every chance you can, you got to realize your life is here. We package it right. Corporation gets all the goodies, and they get to get the dream. God's using me to help you today if you pay attention. The reality is up to you. I made a promise in that coma I'd help people the rest of my life. Just you too. But again, what did I do when I named my daughter and my son? I named them after me. My legacy will live on, called the Reynolds University. But again, today, if you have a corporation, you probably paid $3,000, got a stock kit and haven't done anything with it at all. All right, at least not the rules and the tools. If I do the articles, the office list, and the tax ID for you, I'd charge you $9.99. So I hand you the fish, but then I want you at the workshop with me. I've been doing these workshops for 43 years. Where have you been? You're going to go 3 months. I want it in here, like when you watch your favorite movie, you can say the line before they do. I want you in level 1. How to set up the divisions, the line of defense. That's $9.99 too. Together, the office sells it for $19.98. Me, I like to give it away for $17.99. All the goodies, now you're stuck with me. And how I take away excuses, all right, from anybody is simple. I hand you back $5,400 of cash credit. That's 3 times you invested in yourself. You get all the goodies back in your pocket. I give you the rapid refresh and the credit building for free. What excuse would you have today? Most people have wasted over $3,000 on a bunch of blah, blah, blah. You today could call the office, Zelle, wire, deposit. You got a phone number, it's 800-510-3338. I'd like you to spend the whole day with me tomorrow, please. Your lack of commitment is the biggest problem you got. That's what's holding you back. So today, it's like that Lamborghini I'm building in front of you right now, if you can see it. They were purchased under tax IDs. It's called reaching the dream. Think can be the impossible. I've done it all my life. I've heard no a billion times, but I don't know how to give up. I never do. So you got the chance to learn Ray's rules. Never bring the pain home ever again. I just want you for 90 days or maybe a lifetime. Because once I show you what can be done, you're going to say, Ray, I'll stay with you till the day you die. Millionaires, all right, and having fun. $1 million dream. I'll hold your hand personally at every seminar, every workshop, and every boot camp. I've done that for 43 years. But again, it's up to you if you do this the way you want to. It's a choice today. It's like motivation. I love it too. I really do. I listen to motivation all the time. But the reality is, it's only motivation. In other words, to do what you need to do for you. But if you don't have the tools and the discipline and all the things you need to do for you, it means you're kind of stuck. So at the end of the day, it's still blah, blah, blah. I'll show you mine, and show me yours, please. If you don't have it, Ray's rules will help you go get it. See, at the end of the day, everybody's got a story to tell, even you. If I get you the 820 credit score, get you safety credit, again, don't use more than 29%. Get you a corporation with divisions up to $1 million. Stop being stuck. Pretty simple. So the bottom line is you're going to wonder what's next. I'm going to be your next if you allow me to. It's all up to you now. From here, I told you in the beginning today, I want to repackage your whole life. Your car, your house, your bank account. I want to do it my way. But again, it'll be up to you. I want every one of you in the boot camp. I really do. Why? It's pretty simple. I made a promise to my wife and my kids. I'm not going to be gone for 3 more days again. And you don't piss off a Colombian, if you know what I mean. I love her dearly. She's my rock. But I made a promise, and I'll keep that promise. Because I don't want to die. So I've got a new process and a new program I'm working on. So I'm in the process of raising $120,000 today. It's a housing project for other people too. So if you call today, they're going to give you the best price you could ever get. 800-510-3338. It's all up to you. So today, let's do this. Remember when I had to create books and CDs? Because I had no other choice, because it doesn't exist. Every one of you need those books and CDs today. You need to know exactly and hear it again and again and again. All right, Office sells it for $9.99 today because I'm trying to raise the dollars, $120,000 for a housing project. Today, you can get it for $299, all 18 books and CDs. There's the Zelle, there's the wire, there's the deposit. You can call 800-510-3338 as well. You can talk to any of the specialists as well today. Simple. Corporate setup, $17.99. $5,400 cash credit back to you. 3 times your investment. Rapid rescore, credit building 2. Make you qualified CFO, no excuses at all. And all you have to do is what? Zelle, wire deposit, or call the office right away. 800-510-3338. That's all you're going to have to do. You see, the 14th Amendment of the Constitution made corporations into people. I love the United States of America. I do. But every time I play a game, I master the rules and the tools. I don't stop studying until I know it backwards, sideways, and every way I can. They manage 50 states, by the way. All states are corporations. States have their line of defense, too, called the cities. But here's why not you. You have the ability to do the same thing using Ray's rules and tools. Never have joint credit again. Buy a house, escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow recorded in a trust. Corporation, you never name it after you because that'd be kind of dumb. Don't name what it does. That's double dum-dum. Have up to $100,000 to $1 million of credit, too. From there, line of defense, a division for real estate, franchise, current business. You've got to set up the line of defense. That way you don't bring the pain where? Home ever again. Tomorrow I'll be here at 4 o'clock in the morning. I am every Saturday. I'll literally be doing up to 8 to 9 classes tomorrow. My class tomorrow at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, a.m., is Becoming the Bank for 2 hours. Every one of you need to be in that class. Believe me, you will learn things that you've never known before like you learned today. Plan on the problems. It doesn't matter what you say or do, they're going to come your way anyway. But if you got safety credit and now you understand line of defense, you can see it, believe it, and go get it too. But again, at the end of the day, if all you want is an 820 credit score, $499, $1,000 card back to you, twice as much you invest in yourself, and get into the educational class for 3 months. So you learn the rules not to screw it up again. That's all you got to do. Zelle, wire, deposit. Bottom line from here, here's my favorite thing in the world. I believe in every one of you. I believe you should be in Millionaires in the Making. Why? Because I had all the pieces together. I call it step 1. I analyze you twice. Office wants to sell for $3,995. That's good. But I like to give it away for the average price that I watch people spend for a corporation, about $3,000. To get a stock yet, they don't learn a darn thing. If I give it to you for $2,999, all the goodies, you're stuck with me for 90 days, and I give you $25,000 of cash credit back to you, 8 times your investment to yourself, what excuse would you have now? There wouldn't be any excuses, would there? Today, I want you on that phone right away, 800-510-3338. Zelle, wire, deposit. And if you're a current client today and you're missing some pieces, call them. And if you're not at the Become the Bank class tomorrow, I'm sorry, that's kind of silly. Every one of you need that class. Because my goal is to shake you up and wake you up. The American dream, simple. Receiving money every month, pay all your bills, drive the company car, go on a business trip, help other people, free up your time, set up the line of defense, master Ray's rules. I named him after me for one reason. You're stuck with me. I'm not passing the buck. $2,999 today is Millionaires in the Making. $25,000 of cash credit back to you. That is 8 times your investment for yourself back in your own pocket. What excuse would anybody have now? So the choice is up to you. Zelle, wire, deposit. You have 800-510-3338. Don't ever forget that number. It can change your life. And remember, I personally hold your hand at every seminar, workshop, and boot camp. Nobody else speaks on my behalf ever when it comes to the classes and the goodies that I do. You got a choice. Today, I would tell all of us we have to stay safe and strong. The world's changing. We got COVID-19. We have a lot of silly people out there too. But if you're wondering what's next for you, let it be me. Because today we have to say this simple. Let us always remember life is a gift from our Father in heaven. God has given us the opportunity to believe and receive. Let us make the best of the day and give thanks in every way. Thank you, Jesus, for one more day. Amen to that. I'm thankful for every day. Being in 2 comas in my life, that kind of sucks. But the reality is I never give up. There's that phone number, 800-510-3338. Every one of you can master Ray's rules, never bring the pain home, and spend the whole day tomorrow with me too. But if you're not calling that phone number at the end of the day, I can't help you. So at the end of the day, never forget, God loves us all.